Deus Ex: Human Revolution, a game which has begun with a single bullet. Everything that follows helps to create a worldwide conspiracy, one which will lead you to some unexpected twists and turns along the way.
Is everything in place?
Almost.
What do you mean, almost?
I have spoken with Montreal. The broadcast satellites are ours when we need them. A few weeks of discomfort and the public will be primed for our recall.
And the clinics?
We control their most things. They will do as we say.
I still think we should wait for the referendum.
We can't afford to wait. America's Science Board convenes next month.
Deus Ex puts you in the role of Adam Jensen, a former SWAT officer turned security chief. While working at a cybernetic augmentation company, Seraph Industries, he's involved in an attack which changes him forever, replacing his limbs with robot versions. His love interest is supposedly killed in the attack, but maybe there's a little bit more to it than that. This sparks a worldwide investigation into the events. This investigation will take him from Detroit in America to even China in Singapore. Now the story is important, of course, but, you know, what would a game be without some good gameplay? Deus Ex has a variety of mechanics which really make it fun, such as takedowns, and the ability to take on any situation in any way you please. You know, you can either be stealthy, which works, maybe not as fun, or you can take a bit of a more direct approach. This isn't always the most wise decision, as of course Adam may be augmented, but he's not invincible. His augmentations don't make him some robot cyborg of doom, and he's not a complete bullet sponge, so you have to be careful when taking the guns blazing approach. Hacking is also present in this game, although to start with, it can be a little bit confusing, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be hacking doors and opening boxes like you never have before. Adam, being the almost robot that he is, has a variety of improvements for himself, which he can buy using practice points, which are basically skill points if you look at it from an RPG standpoint. These can include upgraded armor and upgrades to his legs to make him run and jump higher. Exploration is also encouraged in the game, as there are many hidden places in the game, containing things such as praxis kits, which give you an extra praxis point to use, or ammunition, or even different guns and stuff like that. Of course, you might need to brush up on the old hacking skills to get into these places, as many are locked and need to be hacked. Although, obviously, you could find something called a pocket sanctuary, which can sometimes hold codes, which can open doors which have like a keypad next to it, which is extremely useful. So, keeping your eye out is also a very big part of this game, as the place is basically encased in tons and tons of items and stuff like that. So in that way, a perfect RPG, I guess you could say. The voice acting in the game is also quite good, with Adam Jensen's almost Batman-like speaking talent. And apart from the voice acting, talking to characters also takes a huge part in the game. Quite a few confrontations can be dealt with by just simply speaking to a person and convincing them to let you through a door or give you an item. Although these talking sections can drag on a little bit, and the fact that the facial animations on all the characters are a little bit stiff at times, seeming like they're not really moving their mouths to what they're saying, just moving it. The graphics in Deus Ex aren't exactly the best, but they are quite good. The game focuses mainly on yellow and black, as you can probably see by the cover of the game. At certain points, especially in Singapore, the landscapes you can see are pretty amazing, and there's a lot of detail been put into all these things, especially with boards on the wall which advertises different augmentation. Overall, Deus Ex Human Revolution is not the norm in the video game industry at the moment. A lot of its features aren't exactly refined, but with an abundance of side quests, weapons, and great dialogue to go along with it. It really does make Deus Ex a game worth buying, even if to just play through the main story, which is filled with conspiracy and plotting and backstabbing, pretty much. So I would give Deus Ex Human Revolution an 8.5.